All right, we're back for the UK session. What can I say? I'm very upset about myself and the lack of action taken. I've been right on a lot of the direction of the market, just didn't execute it on those things, on those ideas because I wanted like ideal setup, and I end up always just missing out, which is quite painful. This idea here when I was live for the CME Open was good. I just wanted a bit of confirmation, and then didn't wasn't sure about the entry here at the start of Asia, which was sort of obvious. We had an information creating. Still rejecting that 1 hour 200 here, and yeah, we just trended down the whole way in Asia. It's quite painful to watch. But yeah, it is what it is. It's not good because of build up frustration, and then I end up entering setups that are not ideal, and then those ones don't work out. It's super painful. We had a bit of a push down in end of Asia here with a bit of volume, so let's see if we can reclaim the Asia range. We didn't get that at all. I was thinking about entering on the 1 hour. Uh, Around here felt too late, so we dropped, and it always feels like, oh, now it's too late to enter. I'm gonna enter here. We're gonna suffer a retrace, and then it's one of those cases where we just keep going lower and lower. So it is very painful. Trading's been average for a while, and yeah, difficult mentally. Very difficult mentally to go through all this. But I didn't lose money, so I guess that's the silver lining, if you can call it that. And I start to be exhausted and not enjoy trading as much because of all this. I'm tired. So I thought, if we were to push higher, that one of the two assets will take that low here. Bitcoin just went broke through it, retested, and held below the monthly open, which is quite bearish. Both assets closed their gap from the weekend, so I can take that off. I would have liked only one of the assets to take this low. Sort of all in that demand here. I'm very inclined to take a short, not really. The way we trended down like this, there's high probability that UK is either gonna range or retrace a bit, and US is gonna make another move down, in my opinion. But yeah, so far just down, and all these entries I hesitated on taking on the higher time frame would have been good. We're just down and down. Honestly, this one at the open is really hard one to swallow. It is a hard one to swallow. But yeah, what can we do? Just try to relax and yeah. could still enter that trade on the 4 hour, and then I'm gonna not do it because I think I'm too late and I'm gonna regret it. I should have entered from that open in Asia. Or I just want that extra confirmation and I don't get it. And like you see here now, Bitcoin is still dropping. Might be the case of us just going down and down and never getting that retrace that you think is going to be the best entry. So yeah, this is the emotions I'm going through at the moment. It always feel the levels are extended. It's not the right moment to short, and we just go down and go down and go down. So, yep. Last week was painful about being right here. Didn't take the trade because it looked messy. Being right here, thinking I was too late by entering about that level, and we just dropped dramatically from there. It just feels like it's setting up for a trap, like too easy that we're gonna go down from here. But at the same time, I think there's a lot of people that are quite bullish. Man, this is a nice M retest. Grabbing liquidity into supply. Just such an idiot for not taking that trade. I'm probably gonna hate myself for not taking this one tomorrow as well, but it just doesn't feel right. So let's see what UK has for the open. If we reject those levels again, or if we have a try at reclaiming Asia lows somehow. I can definitely feel it physically. I was sick last week and I'm still a little bit sick, but I feel like trading is making me even more tired, making me quite exhausted. It sounds sad, but it is it is kind of sad. It's like I need my balls back. I've, there's something that changed into my trading where I get really picky. I want ideal setups, and I just miss out on being ballsy with some trades. And it's been a fair bit now. It's probably been a month since, because I had last week was a no trade week. The week prior to that was a loss. The week prior was a loss. The week prior was a no trade. And only the week prior to that was a win. So a month of no results. Sometimes I'll look at other assets, see what they do, and see if it's sort of gives me the same vibe. But set up like this, when you grab the liquidity, slow down move, it feels like at some point we're gonna hold and bounce. It's such a difficult feeling when you're like, oh, I'm too late on the move, I can't enter now, and it just keeps going down and going down. I mean, this setup here on the 12-hour, open, we are below the monthly open. I should really take that trade on a higher time frame. I should have taken it this morning. I wanted to open this trade on Friday. This was one of the trades I had in mind. And fair enough, we still ranged so far, and we retested my entry. It's not a massive miss, but I've still been in profit. If I didn't move my stop to break even, never know, maybe I would have moved my stop to break even. And this morning maybe I should really enter this on the 1 hour, because I felt like I was late, and this is already a 1-to-1. That could really be break even on this one too. Let's be patient, and yeah, the good setup is going to present. Just have to manage those emotions. It's really hard to stick around and go through all this losing period and struggle. Really feel like quitting sometimes, but it feels like I've been struggling through that bear market, and don't want to quit before we go back into a bull market. If we do, that's probably when liquidity is going to be more present, and it's just going to be easier to trade, better market structure. This would have been a good trap to have something like this, but we're going really low now. That's why I was focusing on one of the two assets taking that low and bouncing. See, when I say I hesitate on taking the trade, it just keeps going down. And you know, if we were to make new lows, even being late on that trade, it's still a 7 hour trade. Well, not anymore now because we dropped a bit. Not even a 6 hour trade. Once we get below that 200, and if we retest at some point, be a bit more confident on the 4 hour. That was a nice like bounce, failure to bounce. Boom. There's no signs of slowing down, just slow grind lower. This is usually not the price action I want to see for a reclaim of the Asia lows. So let's see if we retest it bearish and keep going down. Mm-mm-mm. 33 seconds from the UK Open. Really, really exhausted, guys. Let's see what sort of reaction we get to Asia lows and that 20 EMA on the 5 minute, because we can see throughout this whole downtrend that's what we've been holding. The only thing I'll be cautious about is that's the clean M drop 1, could make range drop 2, and then range drop 3. So we had an area of reversal. That's why I said it feels like it's too late to short, but we might just keep trending down and down. There's nothing saying that we won't get more levels. I'd like us on Ethereum to get back above this level, which is that demand as well. Even though we broke lower, we pretty much took those lows before that massive move up. So there was resting liquidity here. We just grabbed it. We reacted to that. Let's see what we got next. I don't even know what the open interest would say on something like this. It's all climbing higher. I try to not look at those things, but you know, I'm bored. So I'm trying to see what participants are doing, but it's never like a massive clue, you know, like there's big interest of people going short here. We didn't even take that high. I don't know if people can't really tell if people are going short here, that's the open interest going up, or if they're thinking of those 3 lows and they're actually going long. It's not looking good. Yeah, definitely not. Still rejecting that 5 minute 20 EMA. Couldn't even make it back up to the Asia lows. That's how weak this thing is. Just feels like ranging before another drop lower. Still really tempting on opening this short higher time frame. Just because it looks bearish, and I've just refrained myself from opening trade so much. It's not a massive risk. It's not like if it was stupid. We had a inverted hammer here, which people would have been short on that. We took those shorts, took them out, and now we have this big candle. I would have liked to think that after a big candle like this, at some point it's going to be a retest, maybe of 50%, but we might not get it. Oh boy, it's ugly. I hope my patience will pay. I hope my patience will pay. I'll give those 17 minutes on the 4 hour to make up my mind as if I do open this higher time frame trade or not. So far, that demand just didn't hold, broke through, and it's sort of retested right now. Man, can we do like smaller candles than this? Seriously. It's only 15 minutes into the open, and I feel it feels like an eternity. I mean, I've been here for 50 minutes looking at price action, but this does feel like terrible. It's like watching paint dry. This was the case, like all Asia session just dwindling like this. It's got all the reasons to drive you insane. Boring. It's really not sexy, eh? All right, all right. Lower time frames here. Very low time frame, 2 minute, but grab the liquidity, creating an continuation down. Ethereum feels like it's holding, but I doubt it. This is another crap session. My God. It does feel like this is just going to bounce up sharply at some point. I don't know why. This is the feeling I have. $3 minute till that 4-hour candle closes. Am I opening that high time frame trade? We are still very bearish. Almost feels like opening, a short of that demand that turned into supply. Yeah, demand that turned into a potential breaker. It does feel like it. This is so bearish here. So sometimes when there's nothing to make of price, it's better to not trade. Let's see if Bitcoin drops to that low of previous week as well. Is one of the assets going to take that low? Why did that supply disappear here? I think I had this marked earlier. Where is it just hidden? Alright, 4-hour candle about to close. It makes me want to die. I want to die when I see price action like this. You know what I think? I think I'm going to open this trade and price is just going to bounce hard to the upside as soon as I enter it. This is still, a high volume candle and we still haven't recovered that wick. We still did not revisit that wick at all. Is it one of those cases where I explained you come from a downtrend, you have a wick with big volume, and then you have this descending triangle and just end up popping out of it? This open interest is just terrible. It's useless. It's just a distraction. This is so bad. When you switch to the 1 minute and 2 minutes so many times, it's just you're really looking for something. Really looking for something. But there is nothing. There's nothing to do. I'm more thinking of, do I enter this higher time frame short now or not? This is what I'm thinking about. I don't like that we were holding this week on Ethereum. That's why I go down to time frames to see if at some point price reclaims that 20 EMA or something, and we do have this setup of the descending triangle. But I'm opening this short on the higher time frame. So I'm in this trade short, entry price 42.34. I need to do something. I need to act onto my ideas. So here it is. Stop loss is at 98.85. Yeah, that's it. So that's the proof that I'm in that trade. The entry price, my stop loss is all the way up there. This is more that 4-hour time frame setup. So let's see. I usually don't play the high time frame much, but let's have a shot at it here. It's quite a nice retrace and rejection. Uh, can we see some nasty price action? Yeah, we can. uh, but yeah, so far it's just rejection of the 50. We can't hold the 200, so it's worth a shot. And higher time frame, we'll see how price develops, but in the idea that we're making new lows. That's how I see it. See, that's what I'm cautious about. We pretty much had that uh, back and forth upside, and then here we had downside like we have now. But I mean, we were holding here the 200, but we had this all big retrace, or Bitcoin actually made big new highs. Bitcoin's clearly making new lows here. That setup was quite alright. It's just, yeah, it's really crappy. So yeah, at least I'm in a trade. Feels good. Feel good to execute on my on my ideas. We'll see. It's quite stop loss is quite far. So like I said, higher time frame. And I've risked 1% on that. So I've got those three accounts now. My 50k valuation, which is in drawdown, 100k val that I'm probably gonna trade the same as I'm trading that 50k valuation. And just because they had a big promo on breakout, it was 24%. They never have promotions, so I took another 50k val. It was really cheap, but it's a turbo. It's only got 3% max drawdown, which is nothing. But I took a 1% risk on this. It's not a big deal. It's not an expensive one, and it's sort of gonna be a sort of a challenge. I think I'm gonna trade this one higher time frame with 1% risk, maybe more later. We'll see. It's almost like this was a decent trade. It's still possible, like from that demand that we rejected. It's just really average and really extended on level wise, that whole downtrend. But sometimes it's the trap. It just keeps bleeding, and sometimes you have a massive move down. Try to liquidate everyone that tries to find a bottom. This is so bad. So bad. Hopefully we get something a bit better by tomorrow and Wednesday, and then I'm back to work. is very low time frame, but ranging, drop down. Let's see if price reclaims this. And so far, Ethereum is holding that week as well. It's like, why am I even looking at this? Actually gonna stop the stream, and that's it. That's it for today. We'll come back for Asia and UK tomorrow again. Hopefully we'll get something better. There's nothing worse than watching paint dry. All right, see ya.